Hi, everyone. Welcome to the community classroom. This is Dr. Tracy McCarthy, psychologist, attorney, and educator. We're going to be addressing the issue of the ads that have been placed on a number of video discussions for the community classroom. Now, what's interesting is after researching this issue, many of these ads have been placed on videos from years ago, so 2018, 2019. And so in researching this, it was also uncovered that these ads are quite diverse. And so they vary from video discussion to video discussion. And also it's noted that these ads are not placed on all videos. And so we are going to be addressing why this is an important issue to deal with at this point and why the discussions have been privatized at this point. This is not a monetized channel. This channel was established as a community service, and so therefore there was never any intention on it being monetized. The other issue is that when you have advertisements become a part of the overall message that's being communicated from the messenger. And so it even, it's included inside of the frame of the video itself. And so in many ways, it appears that that ad, whoever created the ad, is either sponsoring the video discussion or the entity doing the video discussion is in concert with the ad. And so there's some suggestion that these two things go together. Now, one of the issues with ads is that ads are established for manipulation, whether you want to look at it as good manipulation or bad manipulation. That is the purpose of an advertisement. And so what has been noted in some of these video ads, it has been noted that many of these messages are detrimental. They are highly problematic. Now, I don't know if people have more control over ads when they are monetizing channels or not, but it really doesn't matter because the ads that are placed on these video discussions should not be a part of the message. And because I teach on images and messages in the media, I'm always on the lookout for subliminal messaging. And so we're going to look at just a couple of examples of what is going on and why this is such a huge concern. And so we're looking at these subliminal messages in these YouTube, Google media dynamics. So before we go any further, just to bring you up to speed here so that you understand what I mean by subliminal. Subliminal is a psychological term, and it's talking about processes, mental processes, and things that are occurring in terms of your perception just below the threshold of your consciousness. And so you may experience it, you may see it, you may hear it, but you may not consciously process it. And so it's perceived or experienced without a person being aware of it. And this is definitely a problem when you're talking about programming that children are subjected to. And so this is a huge issue. And so another word for subliminal is unconscious or hidden or concealed. And you know, on this channel, we do not do esoteric stuff. And so here we're going to look at an example of what's going on with one of the ads placed on one of the video discussions. And it is from an advertiser known as Hero Wars. And you can see this is the image that goes with this Hero Wars. And this is after researching their actual site after they placed the ad on the video discussion. And clearly you can see all of the dynamics that are going on with this depiction alone. And what has happened is that this Hero Wars has placed this ad with the permission of Google, YouTube, on a particular video. We're going to look at what that video is so that you can see this is an image of a part of this game that is being advertised on the video discussion. And here you see this bizarre advertisement on this particular video discussion, and it is the video discussion on the African and American Akan, Ancient Roots and Modern Branches. This is from back in 2018. And you can see from this depiction, this video game is being advertised on the channel. So before you can even watch the discussion, you have to be subjected to this particular advertisement. Now, what's of course odd about this is that there is nothing that I can gather that would support putting this type of advertisement on this particular discussion. And as you can see, there's a dragon, and there are a number of other dynamics that are going on with this advertisement, and also quite a few numbers that are going on here. And so this is quite problematic. It smacks of quite a bit of subliminal messaging, and it's not the type of subliminal messaging that appears beneficial for anyone. There's no positive, helpful, healthy message being communicated by the depictions, including the numbers. And here you can just see this video game continuing on here. And then the next thing that's being communicated with this video game, this advertisement with this subliminal messaging, is that you can become a legend, and also a message: defeat enemies and grow your power. Now, the community classroom is set up so that individuals of all ages, all demographics can participate in the community classroom. This is an inappropriate message for children, or for anyone, quite frankly. And so it's a very narcissistic, megalomaniac, psychopathic message that's going on here, along with some spiritual dynamics that are not conducive to the messages communicated by the community classroom. And so this is very problematic. There appears to be no way to completely control this dynamic with Google and YouTube. And so we are going to have to figure out some ways to address this, so that the community service can continue on, perhaps not on this platform, but in some other way, because this right here is extremely problematic, and clearly the analytics that are being used are targeting this particular video and this particular channel for this type of communication to the public. So this is a problem. And so one request is, if you have some suggestions about other ways to communicate, other ways to have community classroom types of sessions, please put those in the comment section, and so we can start to entertain some other possibilities here, if this is going to continue to be a problem. So while we work things out here. And finally, as we wrap this up, this is a resource that you might want to check out for your family, or if you have a community group, or you're teaching class, or you have high schoolers, or you're in college. This is a really good resource. There are a couple of other resources that are very similar to this. This is the AD and the ID, and it talks about the subliminal messages in advertising. There are a couple of activities you can do with it, with watching commercials. You can also check out magazines and look for indications of the dynamics that are in the video in the different forms of media. You can definitely find it in these advertisements that are here on YouTube. Remember, knowledge is power. Take care. See you soon.